Hi, this is Reading the Bible with me from A to Z Reflection Time. I'm reflecting on 1 Corinthians. So this was Paul's letter to the church in Corinth, directly addressing issues in the church and questions that they had from a letter that is now lost. But a lot of the truths are still applicable today. So they were having issues in the church with unity and disruption. Just reminding us that we shouldn't let our petty disputes interfere with God's kingdom and its message. There were some hard lessons on sin that are quite counterculture today. Just reminded me that just because you're born that way does not mean that it is the God-intended path for you. My lying toddler is evidence of that. We all have a desire within us to sin that we are born with. I overreact in anger. It's something that God is working on in me. Notice how I say I'm not working on it? I can work on it to a certain extent, but it is out of my control because sin is often out of our control, and that's why we really just need to submit everything to God. He can go that extra mile that we need to become more like Him and become more like His Son. His power is made perfect in our weakness. Let God work in you the sin that is blocking you from completely connecting with Him and completely surrendering to Him. Also, Paul was discussing an often misunderstood passage about women keeping silent in church. Paul was just addressing his brothers and sisters about prophesying. So clearly he wasn't talking about his sisters being completely silent. He was merely just saying, keep the henhouse chatter down, ladies. They were just talking when they weren't supposed to. That's all he was saying, really. And then one more thing. Paul knew over 500 witnesses to Jesus' resurrection. And this was years after the resurrection. If that is not an accurate eyewitness account of a historical event, I don't know what is. It was also written about in several extra biblical sources. So there's just one other little reason to bolster your faith today in the one true God and His Son, Jesus Christ. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.